Thank you very much for the kind introduction. So we're moving to the second half of the event, and I would like to ask you to bear with me for the next 10 minutes, as I will be presenting you the potential and successes of blockchain applications for the agri-industry. My goal is to offer you some practical insights of agricultural supply chain applications, inspire you, and hopefully energize you a little. So, within the past 2 years in Cargill, we have joined a transformative journey where we experimented with a plethora of cutting-edge technology concepts, ranging from Internet of Things to artificial intelligence to big data or machine learning. Blockchain is one of the technologies we have been incubating the past few years. From a top-down approach, we are actively contributing to open source codes, and we recently sponsored the Hyperledger Grid project to help bring maturity, quality, and openness to distributed supply chain solutions. We work with a number of partners where we co-develop a digital tools ecosystem, enabling to build products that address supply chain use cases such as traceability, food safety, or trade settlement. From a bottom-up point of view, we have built specific solutions, such as the pilot of traceable turkeys in North America. And additionally, we are involved in the creation of several digital supply chain platforms together with other industry players. So, after some years of hard work, we were proud and honored to be in the Forbes Blockchain 50 list. This list was published last month and presented big companies that are leveraging blockchain to transform their industry. One of the most common questions we have been asked here is, why is an asset-based agricultural company so engaged with blockchain, after all? In order to understand this, we need to take a step back. So for those who are not familiar with Cargill, here's the company in a snapshot. It is a US-based company operating in farming and agriculture, industrial and finance sectors. We do business in over 65 languages. We have physical presence in 70 countries, and we employ more than 150,000 people. Annually, we are moving 220 million tons of goods across the oceans, where we touch about 20% of the world's food today. And we are on a mission of feeding a growing planet of 7.7 billion people, a population projected to grow to 10 billion by 2050. And we feel the pressure of having such an important task. We are a purpose-driven organization with an unwavering mission to nourish the world in a safe, responsible, and sustainable way. We see blockchain as one component that could help us serve this mission. Blockchain is a great example of technology with a purpose. Digital supply chains can help us improve the traceability and transparency of our products, where we can be quick and accurate when addressing food challenges. Imagine if farmers, traders, wholesalers, retailers share their food and agricultural data with each other on a common platform that openly tracks every point in the global supply chain from the soil to the plate. A digital supply chain is one of many ways the food and agricultural industry could improve farmer livelihoods, strengthen food safety and security practices, and give consumers confidence in the food they purchase and eat. To get a better grasp of the value, let me introduce some practical applications. For localizing opportunities in agriculture, we could take a business process point of view. Here, we can categorize the applications in the three usual supply chain flows, namely the information, physical, and the financial flow as well. In principle, blockchain can help us either monitor or coordinate any of the mentioned flows. So I will be diving one by one to each of the three cases. Going to the information flow, back in 2017, we partnered with the Netherlands Organization for Applied Scientific Research, commonly known as TNO. Together, we investigated whether and how could blockchain transform paper process into a digital process when programming contract conditions of a trade. We developed a proof of concept for the commodity trading process. For the technology enthusiasts, the prototype was built on Quorum at that time. And we have a picture on the presentation where you can see the capturing of a trade between two parties. And then in this platform, having available the information flow, it could offer neutral and immutable space for virtual cross-chain collaboration, which could allow participants to exchange information faster and with less frictions. Documents stored there, such as a bill of lading or a certificate of origin, would be hard to tamper, and therefore fraud of original information would be effectively prevented. Hence, one source of truth would be available, which would increase transparency as well as efficiency across trading actors. Moving to the physical flow. The physical flow refers to the goods themselves. Storing trustable and immutable data related to the product can contribute in monitoring the goods' identity. Counterfeit products and fraud can be prevented, where information regarding the goods' provenance can be traced. In these ways, best practices can even be enforced to the industries. We piloted such a use case during Thanksgiving of 2017 and Thanksgiving of 2018 as well in the United States, where we offer consumers family farm-raised turkeys that are traceable from the farm to the holiday dinner table. This product was built internally. We wanted to enhance the consumer value there. We wanted to make the track and trace of fast-moving consumer goods quicker and enable transparency. Consumers were able to find out more about their turkey by simply using the code that was in their food packets. A last example was in the financial flow. Almost a year ago, we participated in an early HSBC trading blockchain application, which now evolved into a trade finance consortium for the bank sector. HSBC Bank, on behalf of Cargill, conducted the world's first live commercial trade finance transaction using blockchain technology. The digitalization of the letter of credit removed the need for paper reconciliation because all parties were able to be linked on a single platform here, rather than multiple systems. Therefore, the updates were instantaneous, and it allowed the transaction to be completed in only 24 hours. So the question, what happens when everything goes together? You need to integrate blockchains with each other and other systems in real time. We need then using different technologies and different communication tools. Here, data discovery starts to become relevant, event correlation, API management, security, to name a few. Governance are some important things to consider in real-time applications. So in the bigger picture, blockchain is the tip of the iceberg and is only one component of the solution. We strongly believe that no single company, technology, or digital platform can alone bring innovation to these supply chains. We understand that eventually different technologies should be utilized, industry standards and governance should be agreed upon with all transacting parties, and a legal framework around it is yet to be developed. Keeping this in mind, I would like to close by our top 3 tips moving forward. So number 1, focusing on the problem. You might not even need a blockchain. This is one of the mottos we use internally. Even though we are contributing heavily with engineering solutions, we feel that understanding how to solve business needs should be the top priority. What we realized is that streamlining the actual business process is one of the biggest challenges. First, we would need to standardize across the boundaries of a single organization with all of our partners, with all of our stakeholders, custom authorities. Then we can try to digitalize such operations by replicating business logic. And only then we could talk about automating. In addition, solving problems in an incremental fashion does not always require an over-engineering from a technology point of view. At the end of the day, it's not about the application of any fancy technology. It breaks down to the business problem, like helping farmers prosper or improving sustainability. Number two, embracing partnerships. We find that industry partnerships are key. Supply chains rely on quality of data from suppliers, producers, distributors. It is really a network system. Solutions built in a vacuum will be rejected by the industry, while embracing partnerships could help with vast adoption. We have been adopting a unique paradigm of cooperation, where we get the chance to talk openly with competitors in meetings, sitting on the same round table in order to face common problems. This is the way to modernize the global food and agricultural systems, where data and technology choices, together with processes, are made from the industry for the industry. And the last point for today, building on open standards, we have been engaged in maturing open distributed platforms. We are proud to work with industry partners and, yes, competitors to get after food safety and food security, climate change, or help people thrive. This is the only way to make supply chains more inclusive, creating new markets for farmers and developing economies. So with these three learnings, I would like to close the presentations, and we can discuss questions later on with the rest of the team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anthi. We congratulate you on being the Forbes list of the top 10 blockchain companies. And we take note that you have reminded us that blockchain is only part of the solution. And we thank you for the 3 tips with which you left us.